course, we're covering international headlines. This Israeli fighting is not stopping. More rocket attacks this morning and intensified ground fights in Israel in a third straight day of battles with this Hamas invasion. It's the breaking news we've been following all weekend long. Israel officially declaring war on the Islamic military group.
Airstrikes raining down on the Gaza Strip as the Hamas militants take hostages, including Americans. We have global team coverage. Robert Sherman is live on the ground in Israel.
President Biden pledging his support for Israel, and our military is responding, as again, we know that there are likely U.S. citizens who have been either killed or held hostage. We're going to verify all of those reports, and we're live at the White House. Our Kelly Meyer is in Washington.
And a rave celebrating the end of a Jewish holiday turning into a terrorist target. Xavier Walton has the harrowing stories from survivors after Hamas militants ambushed a popular music festival in the middle of the desert there. Hundreds of young music lovers are now either dead or they're missing this morning.
So the Israel Defense Forces, they have pledged to destroy Hamas. Right now, more than 1,100 people are confirmed killed. That number will go up. Thousands injured, hundreds of thousands displaced.
And fighting is now, of course, in its third day. More than 1,000 people now dead in Israel and in Gaza. Israeli officials say there are battles in up to 8 areas around the country.
Now, early reports say at least 4 Americans are among those killed, with 7 others unaccounted for. Meanwhile, Hamas fighters claim that they have dozens, if not hundreds, of hostages, many taken from that music festival near the Israel-Gaza border.
And new reporting suggests Iran's Revolutionary Guard helped plot Hamas's attack on Israel, the most sophisticated in years, with fighters attacking from land. They came from air. They came from the sea. Our Robert Sherman joins us live now from Tel Aviv. Robert, you've been hearing sirens and explosions this morning. Paint the picture for us.
Yeah, Markie, you cannot escape the fact that this is an active war zone here in Israel, even in Tel Aviv, one of the most residential areas that you have here in the country. Last night, we heard fighter jets flying over top of us. You heard the rumble of those jet engines as well as military helicopters. This morning, we've been hearing sirens going off in the distance, the pattering of explosions in the air as the Iron Dome intercepts missiles that have been on their way here into Israel. And this morning, Israelis are waking up to the news that the IDF has conducted what they say is about 500 raids on the Gaza Strip. This is something that was part of the operations that they've been undergoing over the last couple of days. The big concern that we've heard from the IDF has been the presence of Palestinian militants on the ground here in Israel. We just received this reporting a short while ago that while there's still pockets of fighting within the borders of Israel, the IDF says they have retaken some of that territory along the Gaza Strip there. But we have been seeing this movement of military equipment and assets down to the border. We've been seeing tanks heading to southern Israel as well, as the IDF says that their hope is for a conclusion that is absolute. Take a listen to this.
We have amassed around 100,000 reserve troops who are currently in southern Israel, preparing to execute the task that the Israeli government has designated the IDF to do. Our job is to make sure that at the end of this war, Hamas will no longer have any military capabilities to threaten Israeli civilians with.
2 full days have passed since the events of Saturday, and now we're starting to get a better picture of the scope and magnitude of the destruction here. What you're looking at now is drone footage that comes from those festival grounds in which that was attacked by these militants. Officials in Israel said that they found over 250 bodies there. That is a large portion of the death toll that we're seeing at this hour between both Gaza and Israel. Over 1,000 people dead. Markie and Adrienne.
The numbers are absolutely horrific and staggering. And now the question many Israeli families are asking themselves is, what do we do when Hamas terrorists show up at our front doorstep and start knocking on our doors? Robert Sherman, thankful to have you there, but please stay safe.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.